Hi, and welcome to the Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center. My name is Sarah Robbins, and I am a therapeutic recreation intern here for the summer. Let me show you around. Drive up Snowy Ridge Road. This is the first sign you'll see of the BOEC. Headed up this direction, you'll see the Intern cabin where all 12 interns are housed. And further up this road is the Scott Griffith Lodge. Welcome to the Intern cabin. The Intern cabin is designed as a community-style living scenario with 2 triple bedrooms, 2 double bedrooms, and 2 single bedrooms. There's a keypad to enter the premises. Room and board is included in this internship. Welcome to our home. Let me show you around. Once you enter the front walkway, if you turn to the left, you'll see our laundry room. There's only 1 bedroom on the first floor, and it's a triple. Also, we have our restrooms. There are 3 toilets and 3 showers located in this cabin. Enter the front walkway, you'll see our summer intern information board. This has all of our contact information, our schedules, our group shop and group clean information, and anything else we may need, as well as some fun pictures of the interns. If you turn to the right, you'll see our lovely shoe and coat rack, and then we can enter the cabin. When you enter the cabin, if you look to the right, you'll see our living room, complete with computer, printer, stereo, and TV. If you turn to the left, you'll see our kitchen. We have 2 fully functioning fridges and freezers, as well as food stocked from our food room, which I'll show you later up at the Griffith Lodge. We have an industrial style sink and a dishwasher, none of which you have to pay for. Now we can head upstairs. Upstairs, 9 of the 12 interns are housed. The first room at the top of the stairs is my room. It's a double. Sorry, the bed's not made. From outside, you can see the beautiful, beautiful town of Breckenridge, as well as some of our mountains in the distance. From the top floor of our intern cabin, you can turn to the right and see our zip line and ropes course through the trees, which I'll take you on a closer view of later. Also, there's intern parking. About 9 of the 12 interns can bring their cars and park in the staff lot. One of the best parts about living in the intern cabin is the walk to work. Lucky for you, the cabin is located right on site with 39 acres of land at your disposal. So nature's best playground becomes your backyard, essentially. Right now, behind me you'll see the intern cabin, and in front of me you'll see the site. Turning a left from the pathway, you start to see some of our 15 passenger BOEC vehicles that all interns are trained to drive at the beginning of the summer. You'll also see Le Bus, our completely adaptive bus that can hold up to 5 wheelchairs. In the vehicles, you'll see the Scott Griffith Lodge. It's a 3-story building where we hold most of our on-site courses. The first floor is called the LC, or Logistics Center. That's the path to the intern cabin. That's our boat shed where interns can store bikes or other materials they'd like to bring with them. And this is our adapted rock wall. The rock wall is made so we can crank it to a slant for participants that have some issues with mobility. Griffith Lodge is located on site by our beautiful old reservoir, as well as some of peaks 1 through 10. Door to the Griffith is also password protected. Welcome to the LC, or Logistics Center. Here's where most of us meet for pre-course, which is what we do to prep for the courses that we'll have. In the LC, you can see lots of cages that hold equipment for the BOEC. In cage 1, you can see we have sleeping bags galore, as well as sleeping pads and dry bags that we take on the river with our participants. The cage comes with a personalized checkout list that you fill out for each course you're on. You include the number of things issued and the date issued. Once they're turned in, you put the number received and the date returned. Cage 2, you'll find a lot of extra clothing. We use these to fill what we call our wet and warmies bags for participants that may not have the appropriate clothing for courses. 3, and my personal favorite cage, is the climbing cage. Here we store all of our ropes, harnesses, lobster claws, and helmets for anything we may do regarding climbing or the ropes course. 4 stores some portable interventions such as the spider web or key punch. Also, employees are encouraged to hang their harnesses and helmets outside of the cages. Cage 5 is our adapted equipment cage. It holds everything from wheelchairs to shower chairs to depends to any sort of adapted equipment we may need, as well as a hospital bed. Cage 6, my second favorite cage, is known as the costume cage. It holds all of the donated clothing that the BOEC has received. It also stores many of our backpacks, which we use for wet and warmies or snack bags on courses, as well as some added essentials such as water bottles, sunscreen, bug spray, and our arts and crafts supplies. BOEC, all courses are self-run by interns and course directors. The staff uses the sheets and towels you see before you to stock the Griffith Lodge, which I'll show you next. To the second story of the Scott Griffith Lodge. Upon entering the front door, if you turn to the left, you'll see our mudroom bathrooms. We use these showers to help some participants. Through the door, you'll enter the Griffith. This is where we hold many of our on-site courses. The first floor is mainly bedrooms, as well as our completely adapted kitchen, with island included, and seating for our participants. TV room of the Griffith, we have a completely roll-in shower, which is wheelchair accessible. You'll see more bedrooms and housing for our guests. Exiting the second floor of the Griffith Lodge, you can turn immediately to the right and see our barbecue grill, which we use for many a cookout, and turn to the left and see gorgeous views of peaks 8, 9, and 10, as well as the old reservoir, which we use to go fishing with participants. We also canoe and kayak for those with limited mobility. You'll see, you can walk into our food room. Interns have complete and total access to any food in the food room, as well as the walk-in fridges and freezers. We also use these areas to stock up for courses. Any menu planning and food pulling happens right in here. Room, if you enter into the garage, you'll see our workbench where lots of things that are broken get fixed here at the BOEC, as well as our green trays that we use for stacking food. To the left, you'll see the walk-in fridge and freezer. This is our walk-in fridge. Again, interns have total access to the fridge and freezer, but mainly they're used to stock food for courses. And here is the freezer. Looking right out the garage, you can see the driveway. To the right is Hannah Lang, our internship coordinator. And to the left, the rock wall and the pathway back to the intern cabin. Each of the 12 interns is given a mailbox in the LC. This is where you can pick up your hour sheets from school, as well as any other materials that need to get passed between you and Hannah Lang, our internship coordinator. Door to the right, you'll see Hannah Lang and Jamie Bentham's office. Hannah Lang is our internship coordinator, who you'll meet later in this video. And this is Ella Green! Now you've seen the Griffith and the Logistics Center. If you head down the ramp from the Griffith or up the door from the Logistics Center, you can walk down this pathway towards the old reservoir. There's a loop that goes around the entire old reservoir. We're going to go to the right. Griffith Lodge. To the right of the Griffith, you'll see the spider web and the lava walk, some of our low ropes course initiatives. That, peeking through the trees, is the outhouse to the old cabin. The old cabin was originally a hunting cabin donated to the BOEC. The old cabin has no running water, no heat, and no air conditioning. This is where you'll spend your first few weeks at the BOEC doing intern training and bonding with all of the interns. Continue on the pathway to the left of the Griffith, you'll start heading towards our teepee and our ropes course. The unique thing about the BOEC is the location. You may be able to see some of the ski chair lifts poking up through the trees, as well as the runs owned by Vail Resort. Interns will go up these hills to the ski office to work. This is the BOEC's very own teepee. We sometimes have children sleep out here during courses for an adventure. If you look inside, you'll see a fire pit. The teepee is completely ventilated. From the teepee, you walk down a path, and suddenly, you're at our on-site ropes course. Our ropes course has a first level 30 feet off the ground, accompanied by a second level at 60 feet. Past the ropes course, we have a zip line. Something unique about the BOEC's ropes course is that it is 100% accessible. Wheelchairs can go on every single element of our course. To show you how interconnected the BOEC property really is, here's the ropes course, and through the trees, that green roof is our cabin. There's the teepee, and on the trail to the teepee, you can head right back to the Scott Griffith Lodge. Several other low ropes course elements located throughout the BOEC property. Earlier you saw the spider web and the lava walk. We also have what we call the acid river and the Mohawk walk. From this platform of our ropes course, we deploy our zip line. It's our thin wire heading through the air down towards those trees. The BOEC recently purchased an accessible hammock, so anyone can use our zip line. Now, a few words from Hannah Lang, our internship coordinator. This is who you'll be interviewing with if you're offered an interview as a BOEC intern for the summer or winter program.
Hello, my name is Hannah Lang, and I am the Internship Program Coordinator at the Breckenridge Outdoor Education Center, or BOEC for short, and most commonly known as. I began as an intern in 2009 at the BOEC, and then became the Internship Coordinator. It will be 3 years this March, so I started in March of 2011. I got my undergrad in outdoor and therapeutic recreation from the University of Northern Iowa, so I'm originally from Des Moines. Grew up there and love that place, but not going to call it home. But also then completed my graduate degree in nonprofit management from the University of Northern Iowa as well, and then came and started doing full-time stuff with the BOEC since then. As far as kind of the internship program at the BOEC, we have a pretty unique opportunity for both during the winter and then the summer months. Our summer internship runs from May 15th through the end of September. And you guys work primarily for our wilderness program and doing courses for people with a wide variety of disabilities. The winter internship runs from November 1st through the 30th of April. As far as deadlines for applications, we are pretty strict on those, so making sure to keep those in mind if you're looking at doing an internship here. The deadline for the summer internship is March 1st, and the deadline for the winter internship is September 1st. Each of those do have opportunities for recreational therapy students to come and do kind of TR here at the BOEC. And as far as kind of how it fits here into the BOEC, we definitely are doing the APRI process and developing and assessing our clients, whether they are skiing and spending the day on the hill or assisting us kind of on the ropes course and stuff like that. So we're getting them out and active and doing a lot of things that they never thought were possible. As an intern, you guys are a part of our wilderness courses, both during the winter and the summer. And these are courses anywhere from 2 to 7 days in duration, and our participants stay here 24 hours a day. We get them involved in every aspect of programming, as far as helping us cook and clean to doing anything from the high ropes course, rock climbing on and off site. We have stuff here on our wilderness site that's pretty awesome, canoeing, kayaking, whitewater rafting, the list goes on and on. It's a great opportunity for us to adapt different things to different populations, whether that's using assistive devices or just different teaching techniques that allow them to get the courage and skill sets in order to kind of independently do these different activities. We're really strive to gaining independence and also just self-confidence in our participants through activities that they really never thought were possible for them to achieve. Whether it's getting to the top of a climb and looking down to see where you came from, to looking back up the hill and seeing where you've come from, going and starting at the bunny hill to doing your double black diamonds during the winter.
Therapeutic recreation interns at the BOEC have additional assignments, and I'm going to read those to you now so you know what you're getting yourself into as a TR intern at the BOEC during the summer and winter. First is to write a short 2-page paper stating how therapeutic recreation fits into a setting such as the BOEC. Next is to complete case studies on 2 participants documenting the implementation of the entire TR process. You have to complete a minimum of 2 activity analysis, but those are provided to you by Hannah in the TR internship binding that you will receive during training. They can be on any activities, from ropes courses to climbing walls to canoeing and kayaking to rafting, anything you can think of. We also have to complete assessment sheets for participants on assigned courses, as well as filling out progress notes and SOAP notes, and only TR interns are allowed to document the SOAP notes, so there will be 2 or 3 per file per participant, but all of your coworkers will be completing paperwork, so don't think you'll be alone in that regard. Participate in filling out evaluation forms on assigned courses and review forms filled out by others. At the end of each course, you'll hand out evaluation forms to the participants, so that'll also be an easy assignment to accomplish. You have to lead at least 2 goal setting sessions and lead at least 2 goal achievement sessions. You must visit 1 other TR program and write a short paper comparing their program to the BOEC, and Hannah will give you time off to complete that site visit. You must lead 1 therapeutic recreation information session for fellow interns and staff, which you'll complete during training. Lead at least 2 leisure education sessions within BOEC programs and be evaluated on each leisure education session by a staff member. And you must create a customized evaluation and discharge form and implement that form on a participant. There are no due dates for any of these assignments. Hannah gives you all 6 months of the internship to complete them, but do make sure that you stay on top of things because they can really pile up. Day in the life of a BOEC intern is as follows. You'll get your schedule from Hannah Lang. She usually gives them out at least 2 weeks in advance, and you'll see which courses you're on. Typically, once you get your course schedule, the course director will email you or shoot you a text message or a phone call the night before you're supposed to show up for what's called pre-course. And they'll say, meet at 9 a.m. at the Scott Griffith Lodge. So at 9 a.m. the next morning, you'll truck up to the LC and you'll start prepping. Typically, they'll have menus planned for you. They'll have a list of gear that you need to pull, either from the BOEC site or from admin, which is a separate location where we store a lot of our bigger gear, such as our inflatable rafts, our PFDs, personal flotation devices, paddles, cam straps for tightening down equipment, as well as our enclosed and open boat trailers. Once you've started pulling food and or pulling gear, you next go through the schedule of when the participants will arrive and what you're planning to do with the participants. Interns are often asked to lead activities such as name games, icebreakers, initiatives, and also they're asked to course direct for a day. So as you progress through the internship, you're given more and more responsibility, which is a lot of fun. Towards the end of the internship, you can start course directing some of your own courses. So the course director or CD will still be present, but you'll be running the day and running the show, which is also very exciting. You can have anywhere from 1 to 2 days of pre-course. Once pre-course is completed, then the course begins and the participants arrive. Courses run anywhere from an overnight trip to a 14-day extended stay. Some are on-site at the Scott Griffith Lodge, and some are river courses where you canoe down the river to various campsites and get picked up at the very end. After the course is completed, during which you'll help with food prep, caring for participants, as well as running any other scheduling needs, then you go into what's called post-course. So the participants come back and they leave for home, and you have all of these food and coolers and gear pulled that you now get to put away. So post-course involves cleaning out the vehicles, doing a post-course checklist, checking tire pressure, putting gas in the vehicles, putting all of the coolers back where you found them and all of the equipment away and things such of that nature. Once post-course is done, typically you'll do a debrief with your course director and the fellow interns that you shared the course with. This can be something as serious as a meeting in the LC or as casual as going out to town for a few drinks with your coworkers. Either way, it's a blast. This concludes the video of what it's like to be a BOEC Therapeutic Recreation intern. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really do encourage you all to apply. This internship is an incredible opportunity, and you'll leave here with a family and most likely a job if you're interested. So the website is www.boec.org. I highly recommend you check it out. Have a wonderful school year.